I'm starting off by using my PS Matte Primer. This is an oil-free mattifying skin primer that I like to put on just before I put on my foundation. I apply this in my T-zone in all the areas that I get oily the most. I'm then going in with a Flowmark concealer. This one, it looks like it's a little bit too dark for me, and it is, but I like it because it's got a bit of a peach undertone to it, and I can use that for colour correcting any darkness in my skin. I'm just blending this out with my beauty blender, using patting motions to make it sink into the skin instead of swiping, which would just kind of push it around the place. Just blending it away. I'm then going in with my Infallible Total Cover foundation in the colour Light Sand. I have this on a palette in front of me, and I'm just dipping my beauty blender into the foundation and then dotting it onto my face and then blending it out. I just like this method of application. I find it to be the easiest, and that way the foundation doesn't start to dry while it's already on my skin, making it harder to blend. Just blending it down my neck. Next, I'm going in with the Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation in the colour F1. I'm kind of using this as concealer and a highlighter. As you can see, I'm putting it in all the areas that you would normally conceal and highlight. So along my chin, my nose, forehead, under my eyes, on my cupid's bow, and I'm just blending that out. This is quite oily, so I would recommend setting it with a powder like you'll see me do further on in through the video. Again, I'm just blending it out, making sure that there's no harsh lines and making sure it looks okay. For my highlighter, I like to go in with it straight on top of wet foundation. I don't like to powder first because, in my opinion, that kind of just amps up the intensity of it. For my highlighter, I'm using the PS Gold Rush highlighter palette. I think this palette is amazing for the price. I think it's only like €6 in Pennies or Primark if you're everywhere else. And I just use this to highlight all the high areas of my face. So basically the same areas that we put the Revolution foundation, I'm highlighting. Next, I'm kind of baking my under eyes and some other areas. I don't really like to bake loads of places because it makes my skin feel really weird. I do have really oily skin, and I find that whenever I wear foundation, it doesn't matter what foundation it is, it will always break apart on me in the places that I'm applying the powder in the video. So I just like to bake basically small areas of my face. Next, I go in with my foundation and I use it as a primer for my eyes. You'll also see that I have my eyebrows done. I didn't film that because I didn't really know how to. I just used a NYX Micro Burr pencil for that. To set my eyes, I just used one of the eye base colours in the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and then as you can see, I next went in with an Inglow eyeshadow in number 60. This is just a yellow eyeshadow that I really like, and I'm using this fluffy brush, which looks dirty but I swear it's clean, to build up the intensity of it and not smoke it out, but kind of blend so that it's not just a harsh line on my eye. Just keep going, windshield wiper movements. Next, I'm going in with the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette, and I'm going in with the colour Sauced on another fluffy blending brush, and I'm just using this to deepen my crease and kind of get my transition going. I like to differ between windshield wiper movements and small kind of circular movements to blend my eyeshadow. I don't have a set way of doing it, I just kind of do it whatever way I feel. And next I'm going in with the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics, and I'm just taking the shade Extra Bitter on another fluffy blending brush and deepening my crease. Again, there is a lot of blending in this video. Again, with the Heat palette, I am taking the shade Cayenne and I am patting that all over the lid with another blending brush, but this one's kind of like a flat blending brush. Next, I'm taking Inglot Eyeshadow Rainbow in 105 and just going under my eyes. You can see it here. And after this, I'm taking Inglot Eyeshadow in 504 and just kind of deepening that blue colour up. Again, using back and forth windshield wiper movements, just making sure that I have it all blended out. After this, I'm taking Inglot Eyeshadow in 307, which is just kind of a dark navy, and I'm putting that right on the lower lash line as close as I can to it, just to again deepen it. And then next I'm taking the shade Blackjack from the Ultimate Basics palette, and I am basically connecting the black on the top of my eye to the bottom of my eye, just to kind of smoke it out a little bit. Oh, when I lined my eyes as well, I didn't film that because I wasn't really sure how to. Next, I'm going in with a Wet n Wild Cover All face powder. I can't really see the name because it's worn off, but I'm just setting my entire face basically, just because like I said earlier, I get oily and I want to stop that from happening. Patting rather than swiping as well. To bronze my face, I am using a Catrice bronzer, and it's called the Sun Lover Glow Bronzing Powder. And I really like it. It doesn't really show up that well on the camera, but in person I think it looks really nice because it has like a little bit of glow, which makes it look a little bit more skin-like. And my lighting is all over the place in this as well because I filmed using natural lighting, so the cloud or the sun kept going behind clouds and it just kind of kept messing it up. For my contour, I'm using an e.l.f. Contour Blush Duo, and I can't tell you what shade it is because it's not written on it, so I apologise. To line my lips, I'm using a NYX, I'm pretty sure it's a brow pencil, but I actually use it to line my lips because it's the most perfect neutral brown that I have just never been able to find another replica of, and because I've used it so much, I don't know what it is. So whenever I go to the next counter, I can never find which one it is, and it annoys me so much. So I can't tell you what that is either. I'm very sorry. And the lipstick that I'm using, it's an Essence lipstick actually, and I love the Essence lipsticks. I think they're so nice. They're so creamy, and they don't really dry out your lips at all. And this one is the matte, basically I think they're called, and it's shade 02. And here you can see the finished look. I really hope you enjoy it. This is the final look. If you liked this video and if you like this makeup, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks!